Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Motown's Wrestling Review. I am your host, Tony Motown Allen. And this glass is kind of an illusion, to be honest with you, because when you look at it, it looks like there's a lot of liquor in here, but this is only about maybe a shot and a half. Like, it's not as much in here as you think. But I am your host, Tony Motown Allen, and today we are talking about Night of Champions. I didn't do my predictions because I just wasn't feeling good, to be honest with you. When I was going to do my predictions either Friday night or Saturday morning, your boy was down for the count, so I wasn't able to do it. And thank God I didn't, because my predictions would have been fucking horrible. Horrible. But we kicked off with It's Just Me, Oos. Day one, we got to yeet. Kicking off the 1 hour free on ESPN. Main event, Jey Uso taking on Oba. Now, if you're in the Motown's Wrestling group, you know who I picked. I picked main event Jey Uso to win this match. The match itself, I gave a B. I think the wrong person won. And it's really kind of hard saying that the wrong person won when Femi whooped Jay's ass. Straight whooped his ass. You kind of paint yourself in a corner here because Femi versus Roman Reigns is too soon. Femi versus Roman Reigns right now is a Roman Reigns win because it's too soon. He has unfinished business with Brock Lesnar. And I said, if Oba wins, this is how I think it's going to play out. And now I'm going to see like how much of a profit. Maybe I'm a Paul Heyman because this might not be a prediction. Maybe it wasn't a prediction, it's a spoiler. Oba has unfinished business with Brock Lesnar, so Femi has to wrestle Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in Minneapolis because this is Brock Lesnar's last match, and they have unfinished business being 1-1. I see Femi beating Brock Lesnar night one, but taking such a beatdown where that's going to justify our tribal chief beating Femi night 2. Could be wrong. They could go all in on Oba and make him win everything, but I just don't see that happening. I just don't see it. Like, at like 1,001 odds, I wouldn't put $20 on that shit. I wouldn't. I don't see it happening. I just think they're going to give, I think this is an opportunity to test the waters with Oba and Roman, with Brock Lesnar being the scapegoat to keep Oba looking strong, though. But the match itself, I thought the entrance was better than the match. But I gave the match a B. Our next free match on ESPN. The Queen of the Ring finals. Liv Morgan, the greatest women's champion of all time, taking on the genius of the sky, Io Sky. The thing that pissed me off with this, now anybody in the Motown's Wrestling group know that I'm not really a Danhausen fan. Give him props. Like, do your thing, make your money. You moving merch, you getting over, doing the stupid shit you're doing, cool. But the curse is getting out of hand. Because now the curse is a spoiler. Like, you're spoiling your results before they happen. The moment Danhausen cursed Liv before this match, everybody knew Io was winning. That's not good. I'm sorry, that's not good. That pissed me off. Big time. I think, and listen, I would have been 0-2 here because I did have Liv winning this one. I just think would have been a better story. I just think it was kind of stupid that it was Liv in the finals and not one of the other members of the Judgment Day. Questionable on there though, but I just think as far as like a world title match, a better story would have been Liv Morgan, the Raw Women's Champion, challenging Rhea Ripley, the SmackDown's Women's Champion, to take everything from her. I think that was a better story than bullshit. The match, I went 0 for 2. The best wrestlers won both matches. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Liv Morgan is a better wrestler than Io Sky. I just think that it made more storyline sense for Liv Morgan to win. But she didn't. Io won. And then, great. And we get to see them again 5 weeks from now. Which, in my opinion, takes away from this title match because it's like we just seen it. So at SummerSlam, we get the rematch that we just got just now as in Saudi. It's like, what kind of lazy ass booking is this? Next, we have the steel cage matches. The next match, we got Braun Breaker versus Seth freaking Rollins. And when I did my predictions, in all honesty, this is one I actually got right. And this was the one, like, that I was really, really doubting my pick. There was 2 matches I really had doubts on my pick. Like, I knew I was going on a limb, and this was one of them, though. I thought I was going on a limb with Seth Rollins, but I just had a feeling that Seth Rollins was going to win. But when Seth Rollins cost the Vision the tag team titles, I was honestly thinking, okay, Braun Breaker's it's gonna be an abortion. Like, Braun Breaker's about to kill this guy. But again, not as obvious of a spoiler as Danhausen cursing Liv. Y'all need to cut that shit out. But still a spoiler before this match. When Braun Breaker came out and Paul Heyman wasn't there, just like Paul Heyman wasn't there on Monday when they lost the tag team titles, I'm like, oh, he's losing. Paul ain't there, he's losing. And sure enough, he lost. The cage match itself, I'm going to give it an A-. It was a really good cage match. We did get blood, inadvertent, but still, we did get blood. I think they kind of overdid it on the finishers and everything. There was some finishing moves that they should not have kicked out of. The super stomp, good way to end it, but kind of a weird way to get at it, where he's about to stomp him, and Braun was like, whoa, don't stomp me. And stuff like, okay. And then Braun did his thing, and stuff went up there. The move itself was really good. It was like the way we got there was kind of weird. But I still gave the match an A- though, because that was different. The way we got there was a little different, but we got there. It ended the match. I just, as good as the match was, it's kind of left a sour taste in my mouth still. Maybe people rank it higher. Maybe people rank it lower. I don't know. I mean, I do think they deserve an A- because this was a really, really good match. Very entertaining. Even with the questionable stuff, though. But, we'll see how it goes. Then next up, we have Ricky Saints versus Whoop That Trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. And Tekla called out wrestlers announcing their marriage and posting pictures online. They're supposed to be these badass wrestlers, and they posted all this shit, and Tekla got a lot of hate for it, but I gotta admit, part of me agree. I'm happy for Trick. I'm happy for Lash. I'm happy they got married. Not hating on the shit whatsoever, though, but I do think it kind of take a little bit away from Trick Daddy himself when he's out there bragging about his marriage. I think it take a little bit away from Trick James being married. not saying he can't be married though, but I respect Tekla's passion for kayfabe because I think that helps the character though. So I get where she's coming from. And I just want to throw that out because she got a lot of hate for her hating on shit like that. It wasn't just Trick Williams. It was also with Io Sky and the other badass dude, whatever the fuck his name was, Ty. We'll post it in the group, please, because she's my first lady, and that's what she does. When I don't know who the fuck I'm talking about, my first lady got my back. But this match itself, though, see, it was okay at best. Right person definitely run. But, and the marvelous Marcus Buckley mentioned kicking out of finishers or how it's hurting the wrestling business. And this is a perfect example of why. We have all these incredible finishing movers kickouts before this match. And Ricky Saints go down to the trick shot with a fucking knee to the face. Ricky Saints lost with a fucking knee. After all the outstanding finishes we've seen people kick out of, that's how Ricky Saints lose. But gave this match a C. This should have been on the first hour. This should have been on the first hour of the pay-per-view instead of main event Jay versus Oba. Even though that match was not as good as like the women's match. But I digress. But this should have been a first hour match. Now, before I move on to Jay Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton, and for the record, I'm 2-2 at this point, because I did pick Trick to win, even though I didn't post the video, but Trick was my pick to win. Why did Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker even wrestle on this pay-per-view? It's Night of Champions. I seen somebody post in the Motown's Wrestling group, out of 11 championships, only 3 being defended at Night of Champions. Why did we have a non-title? It's bad enough 2 of your matches are the Kingdom Ring final matches, which are not championship matches. But the winners do get a championship opportunity. Why do we have a non-title, not in a title picture match at Night of Champions? Sometimes I miss Vince. Tiffany Stratton versus Jay Cargill. Now, in this one, I was going back and forth, left and right on this. I should have stuck with my guns. I should have stuck with my heart. I should have stuck with the big guy. And I should have picked Tiffany Stratton. Because that's my boo. She's not my number one boo. But she's one of my boos. But Tiffany ended up beating Jay Cargill in a really good match. I gave this match a B+. I really like this a lot. I'm not a big fan of screw job finishes, though, but I kind of like how they did it with the baddies coming out there. And the baddies coming out there interfering in the match. Chelsea Green coming out there to help out Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte coming out there for the ultimate save, leading to Tiffany's win. The finish was really good, which I gave this big reason I gave it a B+, though, but this match really seemed kind of slow and sloppy. And I know Piper Niven called out the way Jay Cargill did the Black Hole Slam, how, like, basically she didn't do it right. I mean, I'm not going to go into details on everything Piper Niven said, criticizing Jay Cargill in that match. If you want to see what she said, it is posted in the Motown's Wrestling group. But what she was saying kind of made sense. It's kind of like, I just like these, the match, some of the stuff just seemed kind of off. I'm not a wrestler, and I know sometimes what we see as fans not being wrestlers, and I'm saying this because my roommate is a fucking professional wrestler, so I know sometimes like the wrong person get criticized on botches. Sometimes we think it's like, oh, this person, but sometimes it's the other person not doing what they need to do to make the move happen, whatever the case may be. The match was good despite some of the offness in this match, though, but I gave the match a B+, and I am happy that Tiffany Stratton won. Now, before we move on to the main event, the triple threat, I just got one thing to say. I will put it on Tiffany Stratton like this. There is no time like titty time. I just needed that woosah moment before we move on to this triple threat. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. And whoa, Cody Rhodes. This was my other long shot pick because it's like the way things were going, I really didn't feel like Gunther was going to win. I thought he had the least amount of chance of winning this match, the way things have been looking. But I truly feel that Gunther was the most deserving person in this match to win this match. But unfortunately, it's the fucking WWE, and deserving don't mean a goddamn thing. Gunther versus Cody versus Sami Zayn. I'm not going to say the match was horrible. I'm not going to give it a F like I want to because I'm just fucking fed up with the shit. So disgusted with this match and how it ended. I'm going to give it a C-. I'm going to be nice because the match was entertaining. And the match where you had all these super kickouts, Sami Zayn beats Cody Rhodes with a roll-up. Not that I don't like a roll-up win. I'm not saying that was bad. It just when you see all these wrestlers kick out over and over and over again from finishing maneuvers executed perfectly, it takes away from somebody winning a match with a roll-up. I'm not saying you can't win a match with a roll-up. I'm saying it looks bad on a card where you had all these kickouts and on these top-tier finishing maneuvers. Also, I had a problem with the fact that it was Sami Zayn beating Cody Rhodes with this roll-up. I'm not sure whose the call this was. I'm not sure if it was Triple H. I'm not sure if it was TKO. Sami Zayn is our champion. Now, there was a post 4 days ago. Sami Zayn winning the title would be the death of WWE. Just like Hogan going to the TNA was a death to TNA. Just like David Arquette winning the title was a death to WCW. I'm not going to say it's that bad. But your Muslim Sami Zayn, who doesn't deserve the title. I say it's too soon for Obafemi, but Obafemi deserve it more. LA Knight deserve it more. Fucking Trick Williams deserve it more. Jey Uso deserve it more. There are so many wrestlers that deserve that. Gunther deserved it more. There were so many wrestlers. And I mean, because so many, I mean, and I know this is getting like 50-50. Some people love it, some people hate it. And I'm not a Sami Zayn fan. There's just so many more deserving people to have that title than Sami fucking Zayn. I'm happy that he's on SmackDown and not Raw because whether you may or may not know, it's easier to fast forward on SmackDown on USA than it is to fast forward on Raw on Netflix. Because the only way I can really stomach Raw is I'm going to watch it the next day and be able to fast forward those shit that I don't want to see. And the shit that I don't want to see is Sami Zayn as your World Heavyweight Champion. In my opinion, the worst one ever. You can shit on Jinder Mahal all you want, but the modern day Maharaja was a better champion than Sami fucking Zayn. Fuck you, fuck you WWE. Fuck you TKO. Fuck all you guys for this Saudi money bullshit. And when Sami came out there, I'm just like, as much as I wanted Gunther to win, when Sami was added to this, I'm just like, this is going to be a blood money win for Sami Zayn. And it was. I'm hope you fucking happy with the goddamn blood money.